Are you making it harder for recruiters? And I'll actually add to that hiring managers too. So quite often when people send me their CVs for reviews, first thing I spot is that they don't put their LinkedIn profile at the top of their CV with their personal details. So I think you're definitely missing a trick if you do that. You know, again, with my recruiter hat on or hiring manager hat, I'm looking to hire someone. I've got this guy or girl's CV in front of me, and I maybe just want a bit of confirmation. I've seen the CV and I just want to see what they look like, what their experience looks like. Just do I get that professional impression from them? And maybe I'll have to, if I don't have their URL, I'm going to have to go and search on LinkedIn. And of course, you know, if your name's, you know, Bob Smith, then no offence to Bob Smith, by the way, great bloke. But if your name is common, let's put it that way, on LinkedIn, there are lots of people with that name, I'm just going to have trouble finding you. And that is just going to register negatively in anyone's mind. Oh, I can't find that David Gerrish bloke. Okay, I've got your CV, he looks good. Maybe I'll interview him anyway. Yeah, so that might happen. But stack the odds in your favour. You want people to look at your LinkedIn profile, if they're searching for it, and be impressed, right? Because if they're impressed, they're even more likely to select you for interview, or if it's a recruiter, put you forward for a role, that sort of thing. And if you're going for a role that's, you know, £500 a day plus, then the least you've got to do is get your CV and your LinkedIn sorted. I bang on about it all the time enough, and it still amazes me how many people are neglecting their LinkedIn profile. That is your visual storefront on you marketing yourself as a contractor. So I've seen people even without LinkedIn profiles, which I don't understand. If you're getting loads of work from referrals and previous clients, then fair enough. I'd still rather spend an hour setting a decent profile up than forget about it and have an oversubscribed client base coming to you for potential work. So definitely I'd put your URL on your CV for sure, and spend some time making sure your LinkedIn profile is decent. And what's the benefit to you? Well, or you're going to minimise the chance of being ignored by recruiters. Less impact with them, I think, than actual hiring managers, because I think the recruiters just after their commission, they look at your CV. Yep, you technically, match up with the spec maybe. The rate looks decent, all that sort of stuff. They look like you've got decent experience on your CV. They're going to want to put you forward to the client. If they put you forward to the client might only have 3 to 5 CVs. I've seen situations in the past where there's been a maximum of 3 CV submissions. So hence why your CV's got to be on point. But imagine if I'm the hiring manager and I get those 3 CVs. Obviously I'm going to have a look at them first, check out the skills, experience, how they come across. And the next thing I'm going to do is look at their LinkedIn profiles. So you've got to make it easy for them. Make sure there's a URL in there, and also then make sure your profile is looking good, looks professional, matches with your CV, showcases your skills and experience, and just doesn't give them a reason to bypass you to the next person. That's what you need to do. You just want to make sure you don't give anyone any ammunition to discard you. They can't ignore you. If your CV's decent and your LinkedIn profile's decent, you're doing all you can, aren't you, to maximise your chances of submission, maximise your chances of getting put forward for an interview. And the more interviews you get, the more chances you got of getting an offer. And that's what we all want, of course. So yeah, do not neglect your LinkedIn profile. Make sure there's not a mismatch with your CV. That's why on my LinkedIn Express, I created that literally because I was seeing a big disparity between good CVs that I've worked on or I've helped improve, and then I look at their LinkedIn profile and there was just a lack of congruence with those 2 marketing tools that you have as a contractor. And you don't want anyone to question why there's a marked difference between those 2 marketing tools like that. So definitely spend time doing your LinkedIn profile. Like I say, my LinkedIn Express is 3 bits of advice, 3 things to help you just take your LinkedIn profile to the next level to reduce the chances of you just getting discarded or ignored, to reduce the chances of you coming up against those hiring managers that are going to go, hang on a second, why is there a mismatch between his CV and his LinkedIn profile? So I try and get rid of those issues so that you've got more chance of getting put forward for interview. And like I said, that's a budget option. I do a full LinkedIn supercharger review, but that's a full review like the CV booster is for the CV. And I just say start with the small one. I don't do a free LinkedIn check, otherwise I just wouldn't have any hours in the day. But the LinkedIn Express has been doing really well, some really good feedback, and that might be all you need. Polishing your CV, polishing your LinkedIn profile. So have a think about that. Reach out to me if you'd like any more information on the LinkedIn Express, if you haven't got the link. And I wish you a fantastic rest of the day. Have a great week. All the best. Bye.